Hello friends, it is Sunday, July 19th, 2026. It's about 72 degrees outside and it's time for another rousing edition of What's in the Compost this week. Yes, I am wearing long sleeves and a gigantic sun hat. I am trying really hard not to get skin cancer, and some days you just put on all the layers. So I thought I would start today. You can see the compost pile here. I've left a little bit of room on the side from the last time I turned it. Here's the original compost, still cooking away. Anyway, I thought what I would do is it's about 72 degrees outside. I have my compost thermometer, which is currently right at about, I don't know, what is that, 76? So I figured I'd pop it in here and then just leave it alone and see what it does, as I need to clean out the fridge and we'll be taking multiple trips. So let's see how this goes. Okay, trip number one. Haven't been out here for very long, still at about 78, so climbing up a little bit. Big kids are at camp, not a lot going in the compost for the most part. So eggshells, some clementine skins, a little bit of banana peel in there. We had some pancakes this morning, so some pancakes and syrup. And then my daughter does not like the crust of bread, so some red crust of bread in there. Okay, trip number two, we have a hot dog roll, some old lettuce. I think this is probably applesauce. I don't know, probably shouldn't have something colorful in it. And then I think this is like beans or something from over a week ago. Time to go. So this is still at about, it might actually have gone down to 76. I wonder if I put it in a different spot if it will do anything. Probably not. And then I've got some cheese, I've got some old zucchini, old squash, pasta and meatballs. Generally don't recommend throwing meat in the compost. The bear is back in the area, but I have not seen it on my camera, so I'm gonna hope. And then I've got some more lettucey mix and then a white bean sort of salad that I did not finish eating last week. So this is literally not doing anything. So I'm gonna say that I think I turned everything around on Friday. Nothing has heated up yet. And that's all the stuff that I need to go back in and grab some newspaper to cover up, because that all smells and looks very exciting for any scavengers that I don't want in here. Please tell me that is applesauce. Yes, okay. So I am sparing you the visual. Posted about it on TikTok, but I did find a decapitated frog in my front yard. The internet suggests probably either like an owl or a cat got to it, which makes sense. I thought it was just some dried up leaves at first, but no, definitely dead frog. Threw in some polenta that's like 2 years old, that just from when I'm cleaning out my my pantry, and then I'm gonna get this all mixed up and move on with my day. And here it is all mixed up. I basically moved it from one side to another. I am trying to like build it up higher, just thinking maybe that'll help with the heat a little bit. I don't know, hasn't seemed to help so far. See, lots of little bugs. I think these are little ants on this cardboard here. Maybe you can see them. Oh yeah, tons of ants actually. I don't know how well my camera is picking it up, but we've had some rain recently. I don't usually add water to my compost piles. Feels wasteful to me, but my guess is that the top parts got really wet and the inside is pretty dry, so hopefully mixing it up gets that all figured out. And then I don't see any, I did see one when I was turning, but all those little flossers that I've been throwing in here disappear pretty well, I think because they're pretty small. So I can't say how well those are decomposing right now because I don't really see them. So either they're decomposing really well or they're just hidden under bigger things like big pieces of cardboard. And then over here, my little pile, which I should probably just leave alone at this point, but you know, whatever, why not just flip it. Lots of eggshells still. Stuff, you can still see the top of the pumpkin. I think that's going to be in there for a nice long time. I don't know where all these pieces of wood came from. Like, that's a piece of wood. What's that doing in there? I have no idea. So I think my new goal for my compost, by the way, I need to get something to sift with, but the front part of my house has some drainage issues. The water comes off the roof. We don't have gutters. Have not had gutters since I've lived here. Probably should get gutters. But anyway, it's been pooling at the front near the foundation. I pulled up some plants that were really encroaching on my front steps. I don't think they did that much to help with the water. But anyway, I thought, and I know obviously compost won't fix the problem entirely, but I thought if I could mix some compost in, it might help with the drainage. So we'll see. Actually, speaking of dry compost, I don't know why this got left here. Should have been tipped back over. I think my husband moved it to put stuff on the trailer. But anyway, I'm gonna try dumping some of this water on the right hand side, and it's probably a bad idea, but we're gonna do it anyway. Okay, it's probably not the best idea I've ever had, but it's also probably not the worst idea I've ever had either. So I got at least the bottom half pretty wet, with minimal spillage off. That's really what I was worried about, was all the water ending up on my feet or all of my compost washing out.